What's up, guys? James Miller Media here, coming at you with another episode of the Saving Seattle Save. And as you can see, we are already starting to make a trade. So the Philadelphia Phillies want Evan Phillips to bolster their already kind of ridiculous bullpen. And in return, we are getting both AJ Minter and Matt Strahm, which will solidify all the lefties we need for the rest of the year, as well as getting a useful AAA guy in Brian Rincon. Great leader in the clubhouse, great guy, might be an August call-up as well. On top of that, I've been shopping around a couple other players, so there is things that need to be done. Brian Rincon is coming down to AAA. Pitching wise, we are going to send down Carlos Vargas to AAA. AJ Minter and Matt Strahm are coming in as well. Both of them are going to be specialists, and I believe I am going to move Keegan Akin. No, not Keegan Akin. Probably, yeah. AJ Minter is going to be a middle reliever with an emphasis on being a specialist as well. And I'm not 100% sure if I touched on this in last episode, but I'm pretty sure I did, just in case. I have made a trade for Felix Bautista. I traded Colin Snyder and Juan Cazares away for him. The Baltimore Orioles are 11 and a half games back. They don't think that they're going to win. They have a lot of people on the trading block, and Felix Bautista was one of them, and I felt like we needed to jump out and grab him quick. So hopefully we will continue to turn this around. Looks like we are heading towards better days ahead. And yeah, let's just go ahead and jump into it. You're probably going to see me with some trades or trade deadline day, but until something else actually happens, I'm just going to continue playing on in the background. And just in time, we have Luis Castillo ready to come off the IL. We're just going to go ahead and give him a short rehab assignment, probably 1 or 2 weeks, just to make sure that he's feeling right. And that's going to be a big thing to get back today, just because it's going to be good going into the final month, the final 2 months of the season. Overall, 2 things that I'm looking at right now. Number 1, need to improve in left field. This year, Lazaro Montes just hasn't been it. I'm just looking for anyone that can get out there. Jace Young might end up out there. Brooks Lee's not going to be out there, but Yoshida might end up being out there, and we might go get a DH and something along those lines. Or Harry Ford might end up getting out there at an everyday base because he can play there to a 70 grade. So we'll just have to see. Cole Young might even end up out there because, he has 60 range. I want to get him a little bit longer of a leash. He's been here 30 games. He's doing all right. I definitely want to give him as much of a chance as I can. In fact, I'm thinking of swapping these two. Yeah, no. Well, let me just stop right there. I definitely want a right-handed big bopping bat to come in and play left field long term. So we'll just have to go and see if anything like that is out there. We have today that we're playing through, and now we're starting trade deadline day, and you guys will stay here with me. This is something that I was trying to get. I was trying to get Wade Meckler, but let's just go ahead and clear that trade. And this is just kind of where we're at. Like, sure, we can go and get a Chris Martin, but that's really not going to move the needle much for us at this point. Looking through it, sure, I could go get TJ Friedel, but that's not going to be someone who I even want long term. Ryan Mountcastle could be discussed because he is hitting very well, but again, he's not going to be a thing that I think moves the needle much for us as well. Yeah, a lot of pitchers. There's Ian Happ, Nico Horner, could also play outfield potentially. So might have to come back and check there. Seiya Suzuki has been terrible this year. I don't want to touch him with a 10-foot pole. Sam Hillard, not the type of batter that we're looking for. We're looking for someone who can come in and start. Potentially a JD Martinez, but he's been terrible this year. Edwin Diaz is on the block. Why is he on the block? That makes no sense. What would they want for him? Everything. Yeah, no, we're not doing that. Taylor Ward is on the block. Could be an option for us. Not really. IKF's on the block. But you're kind of seeing where my problem lies. There's I have a whole burning money in my pocket. Maybe an Alec Bohm avenue. Too expensive. I'm not going to go out of my way to trade for these guys with the asking prices that they have. Nathaniel Lowe. Let's see. Too expensive. I'm not giving up my long-term future. Jock Peterson. Looks a little bit better, actually. I think I'm going to do this. Here's the trade. Yes, we're giving up Ryan Sloan, a number 48. Yes, we're giving up Colt Emerson, number 9. He hasn't put it together yet, and I don't think he is going to put it together. OSA says he's amazing, but I don't see it. He looks like he's going to be slightly above average at everything. He's going to be okay for us. Ryan Sloan, OSA, loves him. We are a little more ambivalent about him. He just doesn't have the control. He just doesn't have the pitches. Jock Peterson is going to step into this lineup and make us a win-now team. We also have a team opt-out for the next season. So it's a win-now and a win-next-year deal. So I'm going to go ahead and complete this trade. Lazar Montez is actually going to be the one that gets demoted because Jock Peterson is going to come in and hit for him. So Jock Peterson is coming in. He's not batting there. He's going to DH. Yoshida's going to play left field. Okay. So Jake Magnum is going to get a lot more playing time in left field. How does Jock Peterson hit right-handed or left-handed pitching? Not well. Ew. Maybe we do try and go get another right-handed batter from somewhere. And now let's see. Oh, yeah, we're good. We're good. We're going to bring DJ Lamahieu onto the team as a right-handed depth bat. Overall in the lineups, I don't think it's Cole Young that drops. I really want to just get rid of Javier Baez. I'm not seeing anyone I'd want to get rid of, so let's just... Boom, done. Clayton Kershaw is a guy who we're going to put on the roster. Pitching-wise... All right, and we are done with trade deadline day. This is what happened. Number one, we traded for DJ LeMahieu for Thomas Sapecki. I just thought that was a decent deal to get a right-handed bat that might do well. If he does good, good. If he doesn't do good, whatever. They're retaining all his salary. Next, got rid of Javier Baez. Just don't need him on the team anymore. For Clayton Kershaw, just some extra left-handed depth. I'm not 100% sure how long he's going to stay with us. I think I'm already going to option him down. Then I went ahead for Steven Kolek, who had not been pitching great for us and really didn't do that good for us at all. I traded for Cade Horton, who kind of looks like pretty decent guy. Potential two-way player, but he's not going to be a two-way player for us. But a pretty decent bullpen piece, swing man for us. And Nico Horner, who is going to be a great guy to have in our lineup as an extra right-handed bat. So I'm going to go ahead and deal with our team really quick, and I will be right back. All right, and we have our lineups. It is very left-handed heavy, so let's hope we face a lot of righties. Again, it's kind of same old, same old. Jock Peterson's going to slot into number 5 with Cal Riley at number 6. Jace Young is still retaining third base against against right-handed guys. Same as Cole Young against right-handed pitching as well. And then for left-handed pitching, we have Rafael Devers slotting over to third base. Jock Peterson slotting in at first base. Cal Riley is going to DH to let Harry Ford catch. Nico Horner play second base. And Nico Horner is just going to be a good depth piece for us to have. If Cole Young continues to struggle, Cole Young will be demoted, and we will bring up, hopefully, DJ Lamahieu if he's able to make it through. Cade Horton is also going to just be optioned down to AAA. And now let's go look through real quick at some of our players, because it's time to look and see if anyone needs to be promoted. Dean Livingston has absolutely shoved so far this year. He's going to stay and finish out high A. Merrick Houston also has absolutely gone crazy. In fact, I am going ahead and calling him up to AA. He's done that well. Patrick Forbes, he looks like he is ready for high A, so we're going to go ahead and call him up. Chris Arroyo, he's not quite ready. Easton Carmichael, he looks absolutely ready to move up to high A. Ethan Moore, he's struggling. Wade Shelley, I don't know. Fill in Celestine, he has struggled as a hitter. Man. Jonathan Kim is okay. We're going to let him finish out the rest of the year in A-ball. This Kevin guy, yeah, he's getting called up. Kevin Manel is getting called up. Real quick, we also need to add a couple more guys to the list of, you do not get optioned by the AI. So disabling their promotion. They haven't played. I'm going to put Joey in A-ball because he's already absolutely good enough for it. And I think we kind of missed the boat on him. We'll also put Luke Rodriguez in A-ball as well. We're not going to touch either of these guys, though. All right. So that's all that we're going to do right now. We're going to look at our international stuff. Don't know why we're looking there. Let's look at default. All players. Doesn't look like there's anyone ready to promote, but we are going to promote anyone who's 19 right now. And then we're going to just hit a quick request scouting report on these 18 players just to make sure that we understand who they are. It is the dog days of summer, and it is time for us to get involved. Just remember, we got 3 major league players right here in AAA with Cade Horton, Luis Castillo, and Lazaro Montes. We have DJ Lamahieu, also, who is going to be a right-handed bat for us down the way. We are just going to go ahead, finish today off, and see exactly where we are through the month of July. July looks like it was a decent month for us. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. So again, 13-12, not the greatest. Our lineup is what it is. They're going to get on base. They're a top 3 lineup in the game. Our pitching, I think, is turning around. So we just need to continue doing what we do best and start winning here pretty soon. Good start of the month to go ahead and win that series against LA, kind of in emphatic fashion, a 7-2 win and an 8-1 win. We need more of that this week versus the New York Mets and then also versus Baltimore. It was a good week until it wasn't. We finished a sweep at home of the New York Mets, and then we lose to a not great Baltimore Oriole team. This week, we need a little bit more of the same, where we go on the road and we need to beat a looks like decent Atlanta Braves team, and we need to take care of business against a bad Tampa Bay Rays team. So let's split this series. I'd love to win 2 out of 3 here, and I'd love to win another 2 out of 3 on the road. If we can have a 4-2 week, I'd be very happy. And we are putting Felix Bautista on the IL. I don't want to lose any guys for long term. And if you look at the way he's pitching, 12 games, 5 saves, 18 innings pitched, 21 strikeouts to a 0 ERA. I do not want to lose him long term. And it's time that we called up Luis Castillo. Luis Castillo is actually going to slot in for Logan Gilbert. When was the last time Luis Castillo's pitched? Okay, so we're just gonna skip over Bryce Miller. Luis Castillo is gonna pop up here in the number 2 spot. Logan Gilbert has been terrible this year. We're gonna just set him as a long reliever, and hopefully next year he's a lot better. He wants $24 million. I think we're going to end up moving on from him after this year, see if we can get a good trade piece for him, because I don't know what the heck has happened to him this year. Tough luck for us. And exactly what I wanted to happen happened. We went 2 out of 3 with Atlanta and 2 out of 3 with Tampa Bay. If we could do the exact same thing again this week against a really good Baltimore team, and I believe a really bad Toronto Blue Jays team, that'd be great. Again, a 4-2 week puts us right where we want to be. Right now we're 1 game back, and we need to continue to put it on and just do well. Well, it wasn't the 4-2 that I wanted, but it's the 4-2 that I got. Lost 2 very close games to Baltimore before winning and then going and sweeping Toronto. So right now we're still 1 game back. 4-2 keeps on getting the job done. Again, we need to do well against the best team in the Central. Kansas City Royals looks like there's no reason that they should be the best team in the Central. They just kind of have a decent batting team and a serviceable bullpen and starting rotation. So I'd really like to win 2 out of 3 here, and then win 3 out of 4 against Toronto. If we can go ahead and do that and have ourselves a 5-2 week, I think we are going to be in a really good position come September call-up time. Well, we did really good to start the away streak. We won 1 game in extra innings. We won another one. Then we lost. Then we started off great against Toronto, and now we've lost a couple on the run here. Jumping into the last day of the month, it is now time for roster expansion, and we already kind of know exactly what we're going to do. We're going to bring up Lazaro Montes to take over some time in left field again. In fact, Tyler Holton is really regressing. That is tough to see. Ooh, man. All right, so we are calling up Felix Bautista. We are calling up Lazaro Montes. We're calling up Cade Horton. And it might be a Brandon Garcia. Actually, no, we're going to call up Christian Betancourt. Cade Horton is going to be long relief. Felix Bautista is going to go back to that stopper role. And yeah, that's going to be the way that we continue to use our bullpen. Lineups wise, we're going to just... Oh, I did not mean to do that. Oopsie daisy. But Cole Young's been struggling. Harry Ford's been struggling. Nico Horner has been doing great in his limited appearances with us. Brooks Lee, yeah, okay. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to run with exactly what my bench coach has said. It looks like... I don't know why Jace Young would be in the lineup against left-handed batters, but I guess his ratings... No, I don't want him against left-handed batters. There's no one really else to do it, but oh well. Oh well. We're going to do roster expansion now. Looking over the last month, we finally started breaking out. We went 16-11. Looks like our team is going to be fourth-ish, fifth-ish in batting. And then it looks like got the fourth best pitching staff. So fourth and fourth should continue for us to be really good in terms of performance on the field. Overall on the pennant chase, let's go ahead and see. We're winning the AL West right now. Magic numbers 31 games. It looks like we have 67% chance of playoff odds. We're 6-10 in our last, or 6-4 in our last 10. We are on a losing streak of 3. We're playing below our Pythagorean, but we just need to continue to push. There's nothing that we really need to do except continue what we have been doing. Seattle Mariners, we have 31 games left with a winning percentage of remaining schedule below 500. But of course, the Astros have an easier time, except they do have to face people away. Of course, the Athletics have an even easier time, and then the Rangers have a harder time. So those are the 4 teams that we just need to make sure that we take care of business against. Looking at it, we have Houston, we have the Athletics, we have the Athletics again, we have Texas, and we have Los Angeles, and then we finish against Houston. So we do have a lot of chances against teams within our own division. So we do control 100% of our destiny. So let's, without further ado, jump into this. So far, great sweep of Arizona, putting us well ahead. Good win to start against Houston, but then one bad loss, a second bad loss. Let's just stay together here to see how this series. We ended up splitting the series. That is huge for us. We're still a game up on everyone else. Need to take care of business versus Tampa Bay this week, as well as the Athletics. Would really like to be 4-2 at the end of this week. And just like that, this is kind of something I expected. We got some depth out of Clayton Kershaw while he was here, but for him to go down like this does not surprise me. Pitched a 4-2 over 30 innings. Can't complain. We're going to just go ahead and throw him on the 60-day IL. We're not getting any of those pitchers back. And I think we're just going to call up Carlos Vargas. And I think I'm going to throw Logan Gilbert back into that number 6 spot just to see. Overall, yeah, our team's been kind of turning it around. Let's just keep it going, you know? Could not have had a better week at a better time. We're still 1 game up in the AL West, but a sweep of 2 teams that we know we're trying to compete with is exactly what the doctor ordered. Overall, let's just go ahead and see who's keeping up with us, who's keeping pace with us. Why are we only 1 game up? We are 5.5 games up. Oh. I'm looking at game back 1. No, game back first. We are now 5.5 games up. Our magic number's down to 14. We're 80-64. We might have the division on lock. We might be good to go. But this is not a time to take our foot off the gas. This is our time to make sure that we continue to do the right thing. Let's at least be 3-3 this week. 4-2 would be even better. That is a big hit. Brian Wu is down. That is the 2nd year in a row that he is going to miss playoffs. That is a very, very, very big hit. Going to move him there. So I'm going to put Brandon Garcia here. Oh, did not mean to do that. I'm going to move Brandon Garcia into the starting rotation just to get some extra depth out of that. Overall, Yeah, not surprising that we're seeing some people return to form. Rafael Devers, Masataka Yoshida are turning it around right when we need to. But, man, that's a big blow to lose him for the rest of the year the way that we did. Well, look at that. First time of a 39-game streak without allowing a run by Mason Miller. So, Mason Miller, have yourself a year. 2.1 WAR, 70 strikeouts, 20 walks, 120 ERA. Absolutely love it. We won our series against the Yankees and then won 3 games on the road against Washington, 2 of them being in extra innings. That is huge for us. We really are cruising here in the month of September. So let's just continue to see how we're doing. Overall, let's look at our pennant chase. Our magic number is down to 6. Texas Rangers are on a win streak of 4. The Astros have absolutely imploded. Let's take a look at this real quick. Over the month of September, loss. Wow. Lots of a sweep by Texas. Wow. My goodness. Angels are terrible, but man, that is not good for them. So we have the Athletics, and we need to take care of business versus Texas this week. I would love to win both of these series. So again, 4-2 is all we look for. Masataka Yoshida diagnosed with a torn hamstring. He'll be out 4 weeks. I think that's the same hamstring he tore earlier this year. That's not good. Let's just go look at our lineups. Lazaro Montes is just going to slot in there. He's going to play left field. Jock Peterson's going to go to DH. Jock Peterson's going to go to DH. And Lazaro Montes. No, let's throw Harry Ford in here because Harry Ford can play left field. We'll let Harry Ford play left field. Get him some playing time here during the last dog days of summer. And I believe that is playoffs absolutely secured. We didn't take care of business versus the Athletics, but we swept the streaking Texas Rangers. So let's go ahead and see if we have in fact clinched. We have in fact clinched playoffs. Let's see if there's anything to be said here. Seattle secures top spot. We have secured the West Division, and that was as of yesterday. And currently we are the hottest team in baseball. So that is a great thing to see. We can start kind of taking our foot off the gas, making sure that things get taken care of. But yeah, let's just go ahead and play out until the regular season ends, and I'll see you guys then. And we are done. We are in playoffs. We have a batting champion of Julio Rodriguez and a home run champion of Julio Rodriguez. We'll go over summaries and stuff in the offseason roundup video. But we are looking great. I do want to touch on Julio Rodriguez. Played 152 games, 191 hits, 42 home runs, 113 RBIs. He almost had the Triple Crown. Who was the RBI king? I have to go look at this. So he tied Spencer Jones, and he was tied with Spencer Jones there as well. But Tristan Cassis was the reason that he was way behind. Wow, Julio Jones, absolutely phenomenal year. Julio Rodriguez, atta baby. He's going to be your MVP. Absolutely huge year for us. But as you guys know, that's the end of this season. But we have to put together our playoff roster for this year. So Emerson Hancock, absolutely not. Matt Brash is going to be on this lineup. I don't know who would be on it over him. Definitely not Brandon Garcia. So let's remove him from playoff roster. Add Matt Brash instead. Man, Yoshida being down is terrible. So we have 12 players, 14 pitchers. I absolutely agree with this assessment. We are going to start with... I don't know who we're going to start with. This for sure is going to be our bullpen. Cade Horton in long relief, fine. Mitch Keller did okay. Logan Gilbert started turning it around there at the end. Yeah, he did. Wasn't giving up too many earned runs. Wow. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be very interesting. So... I think you have to have Pablo Lopez. No. Bryce Miller, yes. I think you have to have Mitch Keller as well. And honestly, I'm going to put Logan Gilbert. Pablo Lopez is going to be long relief. Matt Brash is middle relief. Cade Horton is going to be middle relief. Pablo Lopez is going to be our emergency starting pitcher. And the reason that I'm going with that is Pablo Lopez came in, pitched to a 473, which isn't bad, but it definitely wasn't the 225 that he had with Minnesota, which is kind of drawing that ERA plus and everything up. It says that he pitched to a 3.97 ERA, which is just not what he did with us. So Logan Gilbert quintessentially did have a better season. And yeah, Pablo Lopez kind of struggled there towards the end. Yeah, 3 bad starts in a row in the month of September was pretty bad. Lineups wise, I mean, it's going to be same old, same old. We'll adjust it day to day. But before any of that, we have to look at our team stats because we haven't looked at it. We went 21-6 in September when it mattered. That is insane. We have probably the 4th or 5th best team batting lineup in the game, which is awesome. And we have 3rd through 6th for pitching, which starter, sure, but bullpen, great. Runs allowed 3rd. Whenever we have runs allowed 3rd and runs scored being 3rd, which is exactly where I think it was supposed to end up, you can't be mad about that. We held on at 500. I mean, I kept saying all last episode, I don't get why we're doing bad. All the numbers suggest we should be doing good. And they were just waiting for a breakout in August and September. Could not pick a better time to get hot. So we're ready to go. We're just waiting to see who we are going to play, because we do not know yet. That is actually a good reason to check the playoffs. I want to look at the playoff tree. So right now we will face the winner of Kansas City and Baltimore. I'd rather face Kansas City because we took care of business versus Kansas City instead of Baltimore. Boston is going to face one of the Cleveland Guardians or New York Yankees. The Cincinnati Reds are going to play the winner of the Atlanta Braves and St. Louis Cardinals, and the Philadelphia Phillies and the Dodgers play each other for the chance to play the New York Mets. And our team, the Seattle Mariners, will be facing the Kansas City Royals. The Yankees and Red Sox are going to have El Clasico for their division series. St. Louis Cardinals and Cincinnati Reds are going to be having themselves a good series as well, those Central Division foes. And the LA Dodgers took care of business in 3 games versus the Philadelphia Phillies. In fact, I want to go look at that right now. So the Phillies won the first game, and the Dodgers came back to win 2. Shohei Ohtani and Dustin May took care of business to come back. Look at how many home runs were hit. That is an insane box score. Wow. But today we start our playoff race against the Kansas City Royals, and that will be something that we go over next time. So stay with me. Seattle Mariners versus Kansas City. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Take care. Thanks for watching.